just be no one. So that you can be everyone. Oh my God. Eto na, rabbit hole na to. Magiging shapeshifter ka kasi bakit? You need to play this kind of identity in a particular space and turn off that identity when you're moving to another place. Kaya tingnan mo sa relationship or sa isang family. Kapag yung isang person, hindi niya compartmentalize yung identity niya, minsan nadadala niya yung role niya sa bahay. Boss ako sa work boss din ako sa bahay, hindi pwede yun. Right?
Okay.
So kaya nagkakaroon ng alam mo yan, clash minsan.
I will go back to the conversation that we had. You mentioned sa episode na yun, yung true self is the observer. Yeah. Hindi siya yung identity mo kasi identity constantly changes, di ba? So if we're saying na we want to be connected to ourselves, what are we really pertaining to as ourselves?
Para tayong onion. When you cut the onion, ano yung nakikita mo sa loob?
Bilog-bilog, layer.
Bilog-bilog. May laman siya, wala?
Meron.
Wala.
The onion?
Wala siyang laman. Because it's a set of skin. When you peel another skin, what you see inside is another skin. Hanggang sa core niya is a skin of skin. So para tayong Russian doll. Nai-gets mo ako?
Yes.
We are a composition of identities coming from
different experiences.
Experiences and set of spaces. So, parang with that kind of diversity, you cannot really distinguish yung true self.
Okay, so where do I connect? If we say na we are losing our connection to ourselves, what do we really mean by that?
Mental health ka dyan.
Welcome to Mental Health Ka Dyan podcast, where we have honest conversations with experts and people with real-life experiences about mental health and the many factors that shape it. Every generation sees mental health differently. Here, we explore old beliefs, new perspectives, and everything in between.
The views and opinions shared in this podcast are for educational and informational purposes only and are not the substitute of professional advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you are experiencing mental health concern, please seek support from a qualified mental health professional or licensed healthcare provider. Avoid self-diagnosing and assigning diagnosis to others based on information discussed in the podcast.
Thank you, Kuis, for being here. We are so happy. And, you know, when because the listeners, they know about Nadine. I have guested Nadine here a couple of times. And nung nag-guest ka nga dun sa invitation, talagang si Nadine parang, I want to meet Koy again. I'm going to go there with you, ganon. And yung friends ko nga kanina, ayun, they also went here so they can meet you. Yeah, how are you muna? You can say hi to the listeners.
First, thank you for inviting me again. And okay yung okay yung last conversation natin na I hope na meron siyang na-reach and on some level nakatulong siya sa nakakarami. Yeah.
Of course, it's a top downloaded. And
Okay.
may mga comments na parang ang sarap pakinggan ni Koy, mga ganyan. I think yun nga because you're so grounded, you're so wise and so profound.
Yeah.
And thank you for sharing you with us. And we're going to amplify that even more pa.
Yeah,
Okay? So yun, the topic we're going to have is how losing connection to yourself can affect mental and physical health. Just ang pumapasok sa isip ko na to when I met you sa Alpaca, kayong dalawa ni Mitch yung talagang nakausap ko na parang I felt really comfortable. And through our conversations, I felt the value of knowing yourself talaga in your journey. So yun, can you tell me more about the value of knowing yourself?
At first, sobrang importante na kilala mo yung sarili mo. Kasi kapag hindi mo kilala yung sarili mo, parang you're replicating an identity. Or sometimes, we see that parang you're faking yourself with others. And it's hard, it's a hard way to interact with other people kapag hindi authentic yung bine-present mo. Kasi parang you're memorizing a particular character. You get me?
Oh, yeah. Memorizing a particular character that's not even you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yung sa last episode natin, we talked about true self. And you mentioned, it changes.
It changes.
Okay.
Like, for example, parang, unrelevant yung lumang version na nakausap mo sa version ko ngayon. Parang may maraming parang maraming changes.
A lot has changed. Okay.
So, different yung perspective.
Mhm.
So, may mga bagay na noon pinaniniwalaan mo, tas ngayon hindi na.
Mm-mm. Okay.
So, yun.
So, yung na-mention mo na parang if you are like playing a certain character na hindi naman in the first place ikaw, how do you get to catch that? Na ay hindi pala talaga ako to.
Well, first, kailangan mong maunawaan, ano ba yung ikaw na ikaw? Yung identity na sinasabi mo. Kasi most of the time, yung identity natin as a being is a collected information around our environment.
Okay.
So meaning, yun yung set of belief and understanding natin sa life. So nakukuha natin yun through programming when we are a child. So alam mo yung paano ba nagkakaroon ng identity? Parang yung identity na nag-uumpisa sa pangalan natin, right?
Mhm.
Parang okay, may name ka. Ito yung name mo. Your name is A and B. A and B tapos C yan. Yan yung name mo.
Mm-mm.
So ako si Koy Gray. Yun yung name ko.
Mm-mm.
Pero yung Koy, creation ko na lang siya.
Oh.
Pero Mark talaga yung name ko, right?
Mm-mm.
Mark Gray. Yan.
Mm-mm.
Yun yung name ko. Pero yung Koy, creation ko siya. Like, eto yung pinili kong nickname para sa akin.
Mm-mm.
Kasi doon sa time na self-aware na ako.
Mm-mm.
Na hindi na siya, like kunwari yung pangalan ko before, nung childhood ko, Makmak. Makmak.
Mm-mm.
So parang to detach myself dun sa old Makmak, I create Koy.
Oh.
Yes. Tapos it becomes my nickname and yun.
Okay.
So, yung Makmak, meron siya mga programming na limitations and set of beliefs na
Oh, I
hindi
see.
nakatulong sa kanya.
Oo.
So, nung nirecreate ko yung name ko, parang yun yung signal ko na, eto na tayo. Ito yung understanding natin.
I see. So, kumbaga
Yes,
it's
related yung even yung nickname ko ngayon is related doon sa evolution ng understanding ko sa sarili ko.
parang hack mo siya.
Hack ko siya. Para siyang cue na
Oh, I'm a
Turn
different
on.
person. Oh,
Boom.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
so yun.
Okay.
So, yung identity, parang yung mga beliefs, like yung mga set of habits and patterns natin sa life,
Mm-mm.
yun yung nagkikreate ng relationship dun sa identity natin.
Habits and certain patterns. Can you
Uh-huh.
tell me more?
Yung habits, yung habits na yun, yung nakaugalian. Patterns is yung mga usual na reactions natin or response natin sa sa challenges sa life.
Okay.
So, parang related lahat yun sa identity.
Mhm.
So, kapag yung sinasabi mo kasi losing yung yung sarili,
Connection. oo.
connection mo dun sa identity. Para siyang dalawang side siya.
Oo.
May maganda rin na minsan ma-lose natin yung identity natin, yung connection natin sa identity. Sa identity na tingin natin hindi nakatulong sa atin. Like for example, yung identity natin sa isang friend natin. Ito
Mhm.
yung identity natin sa isang friend natin.
Mhm.
So parang tapos hindi healthy yung relationship natin dun sa friend natin na yun. So we need to detach ourselves doon sa
Yung
identity.
version of that.
Nung version natin doon sa identity na yun. Parang kailangan natin mag-evolve. Right?
Oo.
Para maging healthy yung relationship natin sa friend natin. So it's also a form of losing connection to identity. So nagigets
Yeah,
mo ako.
nagigets ko siya, yes.
Parang in the first place, ano ba yung identity na gusto mo? Na parang na-connected ka. Yun yung importante, yung connected ka, yung
How
set
do you
of values mo.
Yeah, how do you make sure that you're well connected?
Well, first it should be it should add on you. Yung identity na yun, dapat nag-add siya sa'yo ng
Mhm.
value. Like, you're operating in a particular set of environment better.
Okay.
So, parang yung mga qualities, yung mga qualities na yun, dapat alam mo na ito yung part to ng identity ko.
Mhm.
So, and at the same time, yung parang yung belief
Mhm.
mo, dapat naka-anchor din siya doon sa mga qualities na yon or yung values na yon
Na nag-add.
nag-add sa'yo
Oo.
as a being.
Okay. Sige. I will go back to the conversation that we had, yun nga yung
Mhm.
true self.
Mhm.
Okay. Kasi you mentioned na yung sa episode na yun, yung true self is really yung basically the observer.
Yeah.
Hindi siya yung identity mo kasi
Aha.
identity constantly changes, di ba?
Mhm.
So if we're saying na we want to be connected to ourselves, what are we really pertaining to as ourselves?
Ourselves is yung, again, yung identity na nare-recognize natin
Mm-mm.
na nagbibigay sa atin ng value, like how we connect with other people.
Okay.
Yun yung limitation ng identity mo at that moment. So, ikaw yon
Oo.
for now.
For
like,
now.
Kung ano lahat ng inabsorb mo and na-filter mo na tingin mo aligned sa values mo, sa
Okay.
moral
Compass.
mo, yun yung ikaw at this moment.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Meaning, hindi yun yung identity mo for the entire
Oh. So you're
lifetime.
saying na, kumbaga parang but how do we connect to dun sa is it possible to connect to the observer? Kasi sabi mo nga before, walang true self.
No,
There's no
walang
such
true
thing as
self kasi yung observer is yung consciousness na nag-absorb nung nagre-receive
Mhm.
ng lahat ng informations. When we meditate, like
Yeah.
seated meditation,
Oo.
to be exact. When
The
we meditate,
static.
the static one, the static one. When we meditate, ang gusto nating ma-achieve dun sa static one is to observe, right?
Mm.
Yung ano yung inoobserbahan natin doon? The sound of environment, the smell of the environment, and the thoughts that
Mhm.
comes by.
Mhm.
So yung thoughts na yon, yung mga information na yon, yung nagpe-play na yon, hindi tayo yon.
Okay.
Bakit hindi tayo yon? Kasi sino yung nagre-receive nun kung tayo yung thoughts? Nagets mo ako?
Yeah.
So sino tayo dun sa dalawa? Yung nagre-receive.
Okay.
So meaning, lahat ng sinasabi natin sa sarili natin na eto ko, ganyan ako, eto yung experience ko, lahat yon observation natin, hindi tayo yun.
Oh, okay.
Tayo yung nagpo-process ng information na yun, right?
Yeah.
So yung tayo na yon hindi identified sa kahit ano. You get me?
Yeah.
That's why we were able to, amplify our identity through time if we continuously learn something.
If we learn to observe then.
Yeah. If we learn to absorb and at the same time, learn something new in life.
Okay.
So doon nagbabago yung identity na.
So yung observer, siya din ba yung nagde-decide what kind of identity
Yes.
yung i-accept mo or i-form mo?
Yes. So, yun yung conscious.
But the identity is not really you.
Kaya nga conscious choice.
Ah.
Di ba?
Yes. But yung identity is not really you.
Not really you. It's up to you if you tie yourself with that identity.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, and you can
So parang you're shapeshifter. Oh my God. Eto na, rabbit hole na to. Magiging shapeshifter ka kasi bakit? You need to play this kind of identity in a particular space and turn off that identity when you're moving to another place.
Oh,
wow.
That's a skill, ha?
Yeah? Skill yun.
Oo.
Kaya tingnan mo, for example, may mga like for example sa relationship or sa isang family. Kapag yung isang person hindi niya na compartmentalize yung identity niya, minsan nadadala niya yung role niya sa bahay. Like kunwari,
like sa work.
Sa work ako, pag uwi ko, boss ako sa work boss din ako sa bahay, hindi pwede yun. Right?
Okay.
So kaya nagkakaroon ng alam mo yan, clash minsan. Kasi
yes.
nakakalimutan natin yung pag
differentiation.
Differentiate yung roles natin sa iba't ibang lugar.
Okay, I see. I
so
see.
it's gonna be, parang magiging power mo siya kapag alam mo yung roles mo.
When to turn it off and on.
Yes.
Okay, I see. I noticed, like, when it comes to work, different ako. And when I'm with my friends, Parang minsan, oo,
different ka.
different. Oo.
So
okay.
you have a healthy relationship with your identities.
With my identities, but it doesn't
Kasi
mean
it's
that,
multiple. Hindi siya isang identity lang. Di ba?
Yeah, oo,
Like,
oo.
what? Ang inisip natin, one identity lang. Parang yun yung goal natin today.
Oo.
Pero it happens na, wow, multiple identity pala yung pinag-uusapan natin.
okay, so where do I connect?
Oo.
If we say na we are losing our connection to ourselves, what do we really mean by that?
So, yung losing yourself, yung connection mo sa self mo, actually is an invitation. Kapag nafe-feel mo na parang nawawala ng connection sa self.
Yeah, oo.
Actually, para siyang it's a slow, subtle invitation na you're awakening into something. Which is you're stepping in dun sa conscious na wait, hindi ito yung self na gusto ko.
Parang you're being invited to...
Sometimes yung depression para siyang ini-invite ka to rest. Deep rest, depression,
yeah.
deep rest. Deeper relaxation or deep rest. You get me? Depression. So nami-misinterpret natin siya. Yung mga
something
tao,
bad.
na something bad. Pero I'm not invalidating yung mga tao na nag-undergo sa depression.
Yes.
Pero we need to really rethink yung word na depression itself.
Yeah.
Parang ano ba yung meaning nun? Bakit tayo nag-undergo doon sa experience na yon? Bakit natin siya na-experience? Ano yung i-add niya para sa atin? Kasi lahat ng experience natin in life, meron siyang dinadala o hinahatid sa atin na lessons, right? So yung lessons na yun yung nag-expand, like parang tayong onion. When you cut the onion, ano yung nakikita mo sa loob?
Bilog-bilog, layer.
Bilog-bilog.
Oo.
May laman siya, wala?
Meron.
Wala.
The onion?
Wala siyang laman. Because it's a set of skin. When you peel another skin, what you see inside is another skin. Hanggang sa core niya is a skin of skin. Like para siyang Russian doll. So para tayong Russian doll. When we remove the other, the adult above, dun sa Russian doll, makikita natin yung younger version niya. So parang na-discuss to ni Ken about sa nakikinig ako sa niya, mga podcast niya minsan. So na-discuss niya to yung mga yung self, yung little self, like younger self, adult self, or yung lahat yun, may kanya-kanyang identity sa loob natin. Nai-gets mo ako?
Yes.
So, we are a composition of identities coming from different parts of worlds or
Different experiences.
Experiences and set of spaces. So, parang with that kind of diversity, you cannot really distinguish yung true self. So, parang it dissolve everything na yung true self. Kasi, by essence, yung self na sinasabi mo na Kai is not parang ako, yung Koy, yung self na sinasabi ko is a composition of multiple people. Like, I'm created with multiple people and multiple experiences. So, can I say na meron ba akong true self? No. Wala, di ba?
So,
rabbit hole to.
Ayun nga.
Kailangan mo mag-notes para ma-redirect mo kung saan tayo papunta.
I like the conversation kasi it's still within the within the goal of connecting to yourself. Pero okay, from what I am hearing, so you mentioned a while ago na if you feel like you are losing connection to yourself, it's an invitation.
Yes.
Okay, so does it mean that it's an invitation of maybe hindi ka na-align dun sa current identity mo and you might need to build another identity that...
Actually, it's more on parang system update. Kasi kaya mo naman siya na-experience kasi yung old identity mo na yun is not functioning well into a particular space.
Okay, so saan nanggagaling yung, like for example, I feel like this is not aligned with me anymore. Where is that coming from?
Yun yung byproduct nung system update na ginagawa mo when you're learning a particular information.
Okay.
So automatically nagre-reconfigure yung identity. That's why yung mga bagay na tingin mo acceptable siya before, hindi na siya acceptable kasi you update your Either your values, your moral compass, or your set of awareness.
Okay. So, going back, how losing connection to yourself can affect mental health and physical health. So, it's really something that you should consider na my current self right now is not aligned with where I'm going. Ganon.
Exactly. Ganon. Maari yun.
Mm-mm.
Maaring yun yung nagiging trigger why you feel you're disconnected with that self or the identity.
Mm-hmm. What would happen like if you have had a calling, like yun nga, yung invitation inward, to go inward, pero hindi mo siya pinapansin for a reason na pwedeng I don't want to confront it right now, or maybe I'm too busy.
Well,
Ganun.
the energies around you will force you. You're gonna be involved with conflict. Kasi systematically, energetically inside, wala ka sa sentro. So even your intention become kahit na maganda yung intention mo in life or what do you want to achieve in life, dahil you're still playing with the outdated
version of you.
character, hindi mo ma-achieve yun. Kasi yung old character mo may set of qualities na hindi aligned doon sa kung saan mo gusto pupunta.
Okay.
So parang it's also it's a shadow work thing. Like for example, again when we are relating not just in relationship with a particular career or workspace. Yung kunwari, for example, yung isang tao, ito yung problem niya sa workspace niya. Umalis siya doon, tapos pumunta siya doon sa ibang workspace. Tapos yun na uli na encounter niya.
Uulit lang.
Sa tingin mo, ano yung may problema? Yung space o yung siya.
Oo.
So parang ganun din. Yung yun yung nangyayari kapag hindi tayo connected doon sa identity natin.
So that's why they are saying na if you haven't learned the lesson, the pattern keeps on repeating.
It's a spiral thing. You're gonna go back again to that same experience.
Okay. I see. I wanna ask, where are all these coming from? Pero alam ko, it's a rabbit hole. So, i-ground muna na natin siya a bit by siguro, what are the effects mentally and physically if you don't confront it?
What are the effects? Yun, one is yung chaos na doon sa relationship mo with the spaces. Like, your primary environment o yung family. Dynamics, yung sa friendship, and yung sa career. Yun yung mga maapektuhan. Why? Kasi parang china-challenge ka nga na baliin mo yung mga belief or pattern mo. You get me?
Yes. Which is mahirap.
Which is mahirap. So, paano mo ma-achieve yun? Kailangan mo upuan talaga yung sarili mo. Kasi kung hindi mo upuan, yung energy, kasi lahat, di ba? Yung lahat ng space, energy yan. Dahil hindi ka equal doon, tingin mo, makukuha mo kung ano yung gusto mo ma-achieve sa space na yun. Hindi, kasi hindi kayo walang resonance eh.
Okay.
Dapat equal ka doon sa kung ano yung goal mo.
Yeah. That's okay. For context lang can you describe yung energy na sinasabi mo?
So basically, yung energy na yun, lahat tayo vibration. O lahat na nangyayari na to, vibration. It's vibrating in a certain frequency. Like for example, solid things. Kaya siya naging solid kasi dense siya, nagbabibrate siya sa higher speed. Kaya siya solid.
Okay.
So, lahat energy. So, kunwari, radio station. Ito yung yung analogy ng radio station. Yung broadcast sa ganitong channel A, hindi pwedeng mag-appear sa
ibang
sa broadcast ng channel B and C. Kasi magkaibang channel yon, right? So, what I'm trying to say, kung nasa channel B ka, tapos yung goal mo is channel A, paano mo yun? Paano mo ma-achieve yun?
Okay.
Kailangan mong i-reconfigure yung vibration mo para maging channel A ka or yung frequency kung saan nagbabibrate yung channel A.
Okay.
So, yung vibration na yon is yung actions natin sa life.
Oh,
Yung choices natin sa life.
okay.
Yung perspective natin about life. And characteristics natin dito sa life itself.
Okay, I see.
Yun yung vibration. Yung vibrations natin is yung actions natin, yung words natin, yung choices natin.
I see.
Yes, you get it?
Yeah.
So, parang abstract kasi siya kapag
Oo nga
sinabi
eh.
nating energy
Oo.
or spirits or whatsoever. Pero actually, lahat yon iisa lang mechanics nila. It's everything is vibration. Everything is vibrating at a certain frequency.
Mhm.
So, kanya-kanyang frequency lang.
Okay, and you can materialize that
Mhm.
through action
Through actions.
Words.
Words
and choices.
and choices.
Okay, I see.
So, always starts within.
Mhm.
Choices para sa sarili,
Mhm.
actions para sa sarili, words para sa sarili.
Okay.
Bago siya magpa-materialize
Mhm.
around our environment.
Does it start with emotions or
Yeah.
thought?
Thoughts are yung emotions are simply reactions natin. Emotions, reaction or respond natin doon sa kung ano yung na-experience natin. Kaya siya emotion, energy in motion.
Mhm.
'Di ba? Para siyang energy. Energy lang siya na na-experience natin.
Oo.
Which is vibration din siya.
Oo, yun.
Essentially, right?
Yeah, oo.
So, parang related siya doon
Mhm.
kasi ano yung sinabi mo? Emotion and
Thoughts.
thoughts, same siya. Yung thoughts natin, ang limitation ng thoughts natin is yung memory natin. So, most of the time, kaya unique yung mga artists kasi they are in a creative process.
Mhm.
They are creating beyond their thoughts. Di ba?
Yeah.
Kaya sila is special. They can create a particular music
Mhm.
fully disconnected from entire ecosystem of music. Same goes with art,
Mm.
'di ba? They can create another. But I'm not saying na yung mga artists is
Sila lang.
separate yun sa atin.
Mhm.
Actually, gumagawa rin tayo nun ng art,
Mhm.
which is yung life natin.
Mhm.
Yung choices natin, yung beliefs natin, yung how we interpret the life itself is
Yes.
an art form for us.
Mhm.
So yung thoughts and emotions na sinasabi mo are malaking factor siya para maunawaan mo yung self, yung sinasabi mong na connection sa self.
Okay.
Ano yung nagti-trigger sa your emotion. Sa emotions makikita mo yon. Mahahanap mo yung triggers mo through your emotions. Yung thoughts, ano yung nagpe-play sa'yo, mahahanap mo kung saan siya galing. Yung self-talk ko ba? Healthy ba sa akin?
Mhm.
Nakakatulong ba siya sa akin?
Yeah.
Ako ba yung saan ko siya na-experience? Sino yung una nagsabi sa akin nun?
Mhm.
Or saan ko siya na-witness?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned about resonance a while ago and I've heard that from you and Gabe.
Mhm.
I remember what you commented nung nag-post ako ng video of you na parang sabi ko, parang he's so profound, ganyan. I'm glad I was able to meet him, ganyan. Tapos parang sabi mo, thank you for appreciating yourself through us. Tapos parang sabi mo yun nga, parang it's the law of resonance. And I also hear that always from Gabe.
Yeah.
Parang sabi ni Gabe is, healing is through resonance, which he was able to get from you then.
Resonance is yun yung parang communication natin to connect into a particular channel to another. So, pag ikaw nasa channel A ka, nasa channel B ako, merong dissonance.
Okay.
Kasi nasa ibang frequency ka. Kaya ako nag-exist sa life mo and nag-exist sa life ni Nadine and nag-exist sa life ni Gabe. On some level, we are vibrating in the same frequency.
How do we know that we are operating in a certain frequency? And how would we know? Ano yung indicators to know if the frequency is healthy?
It should add on you.
Okay.
It should uplift your life. It should give ease and effortlessness in things. So, schedules, if parang pag nag-set ka ng meeting with this person, fluid lang siya, nangyayari siya.
Oh.
So, it's healthy
Oo.
kasi merong resonance.
Even with the people you meet.
Yes. So,
Parang easy na lang
people around you, especially the first 5 people around you, reflects who you are.
Mhm.
So, kung sino yung pinakamalapit, yun yung
Pinakamalapit. Kapitbahay ko.
nagre-reflect yun.
Delete niyo yung kapitbahay ko.
Delete. Yan. So, yun yung, pero hindi yun limited sa 5.
Oo.
Yun yung why it reflects who you are. Kasi, yung on some level, napoprogram niya yung identity mo.
Mm.
O yung set of,
Yes.
yung morals mo.
May contribution.
Yes, may contribution
Okay,
siya.
I see.
So, and at the same time, nagre-resonate ka kasi, naiintindihan mo siya.
Oo. So, when it comes to physical health, ito yung gusto ko balikan dun sa conversation natin before. Kasi healing through nature and movement yun, di ba? And you mentioned na parang yun nga, like, movement, it triggers different hormones na helps you become in a happy state, ganyan, or in a loving state, ganon. So, ayun, can you tell me more about like, how do you get to a state physically na parang it can help also na parang this is how physically healthy I am. Kaya I'm sure that I'm also mentally healthy. Ganun. How do you get to that point?
Parang mahirap siyang i-identify kung parehong kung pwede ka kasing maging physically healthy pero mentally hindi.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi iba yung approach mo dun sa mga problems mo.
Mm-hmm.
Or pwede ka rin maging, when you say kasi physically healthy, maraming factors yun. Mental and gut. Parang, as I see it, yung health, para siyang binubuo ng triad or trifecta. Triad siya para sa akin. It should be mentally sound ka. Physically meaning yung physically you can move with grace and ease. Tapos yung gut. Kasi dalawa yan, yung dalawa yung mind saka yung gut. Actually pareho silang brain, 'di ba? Yung gut natin may brain din siya. Kasi yung mind natin is another set of brain din. Pareha silang merong neurites. That's why meron tayong sinasabi na you should feel it in your gut. 'Di ba? Parang yun
gut
yung
feel ko yun eh.
Gut feel ko yun eh. Yun yung intuition. Yun yung hindi nagko-conform. Actually yung intuition, yun yung gut. Yun yung butterfly. Na alam mo yun, yung parang uulitin ko lang yung example ko. Like for example, tagulan na.
Oo.
Ang araw-araw init-init, 'di ba? Sabi mo, tapos nakita mo yung payong. Daling ko kaya to. May experience, lahat tayo may experience na ito. Daling ko kaya tong payong na to. Tapos tapos tinignan mo, ang araw naman, hindi ko nadadalin. So, inisnab mo yung payong, umalis ka, umulan. Gut feel yun. Intuition yun na nagko-communicate sa'yo.
Yeah.
Diba? So, yung health, ang sinasabi ko, dapat align ka both mentally, physically, you can move. Yung gut mo, healthy rin siya. Meaning, yung gut mo dapat, paano natin na-distinguish yung health natin sa gut? Dapat meron tayong healthy relationship with our food. Like, we should treat the food as medicine. Yun yung dapat tingin natin sa kanya. So, dapat it nourish you and it really helps you to have that energy and clarity. Physically, dapat you move. Meaning, yun yung pinaka fundamental parang function ng body natin is to move from one place to another or to carry things.
Okay.
And mentally, yung sinasabi kong sound mind is yung you can sit down alone in the room and enjoy your existence.
Nang wala kang ginagawa.
Nang wala kang iniisip na iba.
Okay. So going back to intuition, ito ulit pinag-usapan natin doon sa first episode. Yung sa intuition, so is that the one that's telling you kung may misalignment ka na or you have to like do a system upgrade sa...
Oh, actually.
But where is the intuition coming from?
Yung intuition, yung intuition, saan siya nanggagaling? Abstract signal siya. Para siyang hindi siya thoughts.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
Parang yung experience parang na nakita mo na, naramdaman mo. Feeling siya It becomes a feeling. More on feeling siya na nag-a-arise sa'yo. yung feeling na yon, sobrang powerful niya, like, nararamdaman mo siya sa gut mo.
Mm-mm.
You get it?
Yes.
So, doon siya nanggagaling. Tapos, yung intuition, di siya nagko-conform sa thoughts mo. Kaya minsan, hindi natin siya pinakikinggan. Kasi hindi siya nagko-conform sa thoughts.
Okay. So,
Gut feel siya. Kutob. Yun yung tinatawag na sa Tagalog na kutob.
but most of the time is, kasi basta sabi nila pag intuition mo, parang tama yan. Most of the time, is it really tama?
In your experience. In your experience.
Yes.
See? You get me? So parang sobrang rare niya. Parang kahit hindi ako yung magsabi, kahit iba,
Okay.
for sure 100% tama yung yung intuition. Ako hindi ko siya hindi ko magagaranti na sabihin na tama yung intuition. Kasi minsan dahil masyado tayong clouded na intuitive tayo, minsan na na-spoil siya nung thoughts natin.
That's why...
So, paano mo malalaman na tama yung intuition kapag hindi siya nag-conform sa thoughts?
Ay, talaga?
Yes. Dapat intuition muna bago thoughts. Hindi yung thoughts tapos biglang naging intuition.
Pero pwede na mag-align sila.
Oo, mag-align sila pero doesn't go other way around. Hindi pwedeng maging thoughts tapos intuition. Kasi naging parang yung thoughts creates the vibration, right? Kasi parang in-entertain mo yung thoughts na to, therefore naging vibration mo siya, therefore na-attract mo tong experience na to. Tapos sasabihin mo intuition yun. Hindi. Vibration mo yun. Ikaw yung nag-create nun. Di ba?
Okay.
Kasi thoughts muna bago, para ma-experience mo yung isang bagay. So meaning, hindi natin pwedeng isisi sa kung ano yung nangyari, external force. Sometimes we need to think about bakit natin na-experience yun. Meron from sa atin na nag-send ng signal para ma-experience or ma-witness natin isang bagay.
Okay. So yung signal na yun, going back, these are from the beliefs, ganun? Or
Maaari.
past experiences?
Past experiences.
Ganyan. Kaya kailangan mo siyang i-address. So
Kailangan mo i-address. Kailangan mo alamin.
You won't attract that anymore. Ganun.
Parang ganun. Bakit mo siya na-attract? Bakit mo siya na-experience ng paulit-ulit?
Okay. What are the things that you can do so you can know yourself better?
Again, walang ibang tools para gawin yun. Kundi, you really need to confront yourself. Ano ba yung gusto mo sa life? Ano ba yung nagbibigay sa'yo ng ease and effortlessness sa life? Ano ba yung mas fluid or parang mas smooth sailing para sa'yo? So, hindi mo yun i-cherry pick na ito yung mas magaan para sa akin. Nope. Even yung mga bagay like existence ng isang tao sa life mo, kung pain in the ass siya, pero nagbibigay siya ng add sa life mo kasi you were able to contemplate. You need to realign yourself with that person. You get me? What I'm trying to say, hindi mo siya chine-cherry pick dahil komportable ka. So, doon mo i-distinguish para ma-realign mo yung sarili mo. Yung gusto mong i-create na sarili as of this moment. Ano ba yung nag-a-add sa akin ngayon? Ano ba yung mga hindi na nag-work sa akin? Yung you need to check your way, yung form mo to communicate with other people, particularly first in your family, in your friendship, in your career. Ano yung mga qualities na yun? Then from there, kunin mo yun, i-stay mo siya sa life mo or i-amplify mo siya. Then second, ano yung mga hindi nagwo-work? Then start to detach with these qualities from you. Not just, again, ang umpisa lagi sa atin, hindi sa labas. Minsan may experience tayong hindi komportable with other people, kinat natin other people, pero hindi naman pala sila yung problem. Tayo. You get it? So, first, we need to start within ourselves.
Yeah.
Parang, ano yung qualities na yon na related doon. And ano yan parang accountability na doon sa isang experience, meron nagtitake ka ng accountability doon sa experience mo. Ano yung ginawa ko? Ba't ko na-experience yun? So, yung mga experiences mo, achievement failures mo, hanapin mo kung ano yung relationship mo doon. Sa achievements and failure mo, doon mo makikita ano yung bakit mo na-achieve and nag-fail sa isang bagay. So yung mga qualities na yon, ganun mo rin i-distinguish yung nangyayari sa life mo o yung identity mo. Ano yung hindi na nag-work sa akin?
Okay.
Ano yung hindi na nag-work sa relationship ko with my family? Ano yung hindi na nag-work sa relationship ko with my friends and to my career? Ganun mo i-re-evaluate yung self as of this moment. And you connect with that. And when you say you connect with that, you stick with that. You use it as your own as your own compass. And you really na unapologetically live the life in alignment with that. Regardless kung you lose people, you lose opportunities.
But you really have to spend alone time
Yes,
so you can
of
get
course,
to know yourself.
Of course. Again, you're gonna sit down. Ano ba yon? Like if you are if hindi ka vocal with other people around you, you need to spend time journaling. Or if you can't if you don't know how to to parang hindi mo gusto na nagjo-journal, you can travel alone. You know, travel alone, go to nature, especially nature. Kasi sa nature neutral neutral ground siya. So, yung frequency ng nature, regenerative siya. So, isa yun yung isang way yun. You go to the park, not just in the mountains, you go to the park or at least sit down on it doon sa mga bagay na yun. Bakit ko to constantly na-experience? Bakit disconnected ako sa self? Ano yung sinasabi mong self? Yun yung kailangan mo i-identify. Kasi minsan, again, kailangan lang siya ng system update or
okay.
Kailangan mong baguhin yung self na yun.
Yung identities.
Yung identities na yun.
Okay. And yung identities na inaalaw, i-create ng observer, that's you.
Yeah.
Yun yung true self.
No, hindi pa rin siya nga magiging
Hindi pa rin
true
siya.
self. Hindi nga siya magiging true self kasi yung true self keep evolving.
Oo.
So,
Okay.
at this moment, yun yung sinasabi ko na nakakatakot din yung word na tanggalin mo yung identity.
Oo.
Bakit? Wala kang compass para manavigate mo yung next life. Yung what comes ahead. So, parang ako, yun lagi ko sinasabi, just be no one. So that you can be everyone. No one means you're not tying yourself in a particular identity so that you can be effectively become a particular identity in a particular scenario or space. Like I can be an effective friend to a friend in that moment kasi yun yung need niya. I can be a law-abiding citizen in a particular traffic. Kasi hindi ako identify na special ako or whatsoever.
Oh,
I
see.
So you can you can help someone in the street na hindi mo kilala kasi need na ng help for the sake of helping that person. And be a mentor, a doctor, or at least a nurse. Kapag may nasugatan dyan, parang dinadala mo yung sarili mo dun sa state of not identified to dissolve the barrier for your experience. Sometimes kasi we are so identified, fixated of who we are. So, kahit na yung mga simple experiences natin sa life, hindi natin ma-experience kasi sobrang fixated tayo sa kung ano tayo. And sometimes we detach yung simple joy. We deprive ourselves with simple joy because eto yung joy na usual natin na experience. You know? So, parang yung maliliit na bagay, hindi natin nabibigyang value.
Kasi,
so, yun yung nagkikreate ng dissonance sa life. Yun yung nagkikreate ng ill feeling sa life. Yun.
Okay. I see.
Malinaw ba?
Yes, malinaw siya. I'm just surprised. Again, kapag usap kita.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. So, Yeah, identities. But again, how about when you're alone at home and you don't have to be, you don't have to play any identities? Ano yun? What is that? Who is that person?
Yun yung totoong true self, yung walang identity.
Like for example, when you're alone at home, tapos you're not playing any role.
You're not playing, that's who you are. Yun yung sinasabi
That's the
nila.
observer. Tama ba?
Yun yung si observer na ginagamit yung suit. Suit is the body. Pure state of consciousness siya. So, kaya minsan tingnan mo yung mga tao na dahil pagod yung body, so dun sa rest day nila, gusto lang nila magpahinga. Kasi yun yung consciousness na nagsasabi, mag-rest ka lang ngayon. Wala kang work.
So, yun yung true
Yun yung
self.
totoong yun yung pure consciousness.
So, that's where you connect. If you're losing track, that's where you connect. So, to yourself that doesn't have to perform or to be any of identity.
Yeah. That dissolve everything.
Okay, I see.
Gusto mo iikahon kasi yung identity. Para siyang nakasanayan kasi natin siya na label siya eh. Like sa book. Ito yung name ng book na yan. So yun na yun.
Okay, diba? I see. I feel like kasi Ken always says na parang hindi ito yung exact term niya ha. Pero parang he's saying na parang whenever there's like a certain event or certain person he's going to talk about, nag-shift siya into something because that's what's needed. Hindi, don't quote me on this, pero parang ganun yung concept. So I think that's
yun yung sinasabi ko.
Kaya ngayon parang okay.
Yun yung sinasabi ko na the moment you learn to dissolve the fixed identity, yung to be no one, just be no one. So that you can be anyone to any certain event, any certain moment. So you can be effectively play that role. You get it?
If you're not tied up with
that's why it's hard for me to answer your question na yung losing connection with yourself. Kasi yung self itself, sobrang diverse niya. Hindi ko nakikita yung self na one single identity. It's composed of many things, yung self. And yung self na sa work mo iba, yung self na nasa space ko iba, yung self na nasa bahay ko iba, yung self na nasa relationship ko iba. So kanino ba ako nawalan ng connection doon? You get it?
Okay.
So it's really hard to really kaya siya hindi ma-address yung connection natin sa sarili. Kasi yung binabox natin yung sarili itself. Yung sarili is constantly evolving. Constantly, using. Siguro, let's put it in way na lang na ano yung effective self mo ngayon. Connected ka ba doon? Yun. Okay. Yun maaari mo siyang ma-address.
Pero okay, you mentioned kanina na yung true self mo is yung nasa bahay ka, you don't have to perform. Tama? Is there such thing as hierarchy? Na parang ito yung true self ko, these are my identities.
Yes.
Ganon.
It should be.
So ganun siya.
It should be.
So meaning
you create a barrier with your play. Parang conscious observer ka.
Okay.
Nung thoughts mo para you're not identified.
I see. When we say now we are not connected with ourselves, kanina na-mention mo na parang which identity am I not connected with? But mostly does it mean do we mean now we are not connected lang with our true self, which is yung someone that doesn't have to perform?
Well, kaya mo siya nasasabi kasi may na-experience kang hindi maganda sa life mo. Una, tatanungin mo, saan galing yung identity, ay yung tanong na connected ba ako sa sarili ko? Hindi mo yun questionin kung okay lahat nangyayari sa life mo, right? So meaning, mayroong hindi nangyayaring okay bago nag-arise yung thoughts na di ako connected sa sarili ko.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
Diba? So, para ma-solve mo yun, ano ba yung self na nagre-relate doon sa experience mo? Ang galing, di ba? Kasi kailangan mo alamin kung saan nanggaling yung tanong eh. Di ba?
Oo. Ano yung root
paano
niya?
siya, hindi siya mag-a-arise ng wala lang. Hindi siya mag-a-arise. Like, hindi mo ko questionin kung align ka ba sa life kung hindi ka nakaka-experience ng discomfort.
Oo.
Right? So, yung discomfort na yon o yung challenges na yon sa life, yun yung signal para, wait, i-update natin yung mo,
Okay.
yung OS mo o yung self.
Yeah.
Yung operating system is yung self.
Yeah. It's something that I have to think about again.
Yes. Actually, hindi siya mahirap siyang i-dissect ng isang sitting.
Yeah. True.
Hindi ko rin siya alam paano sagutin ng ibang way.
Oo.
Kundi eto. Kasi eto, nandito ako gumagalaw. Ganito ko tingnan. Ganito ko tingnan yung life.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Pero siguro ang pinaka-takeaway ko doon is yun nga, yung parang allowing your identities to dissolve so you can
to rest.
finally...
At least to rest. Oh.
Okay. So
To
you can
rest.
connect with yun nga.
To connect yung nagre-receive mo, which is yung observer o
observer.
ikaw.
Yeah.
Kasi again, I just want to clarify, yung self na sinasabi ko is yung observer o yung pure consciousness na hindi identified sa lahat ng ginagawa ko. Sa lahat ng ginagawa ko, sa lahat ng creation ko, sa lahat ng actions ko and response ko sa life and achievement and everything.
Yeah.
Yung consciousness is yung breath itself o yung life itself na dumadaloy sa akin. Yun yung self na sinasabi ko.
Yeah.
Kung merong, again, ayoko talaga gamitin yung true self. Pero kung, for the lack of better word, yun yung true self para sa akin. Yung observer. Yung nagre-receive. Yung nag-i-experience or nakaka-experience ng life. Yun yung true self.
So it's okay to have different identities.
Of course. How can you, how can you operate in a certain environment if you're not gonna play your identity in that environment? Can you, tingin mo, magiging healthy ba kung yung identity mo with your friends gagamitin mo sa workspace mo?
Hindi.
So, nasagot mo yung tanong mo na, okay lang ba na magkaroon ng separate identity? Of course.
That's why we're saying.
That's why we're, parang, sabi ni, di ba? Sabi, ginawa tayo ng ni God in the likeness of them. So, yun yung superpower natin eh. Yung to shapeshift or to be an effective characteristic in a particular set of environment or space.
Okay.
Parang,
guys.
Bang!
Benga, bang.
Bang! What? Palaisipan na naman siya sa bahay, no? Parang, oh my God, parang mali na nakipag-uusap ako uli doon.
Alam mo ba, yung first episode natin, ilang beses ko pinanood yun.
Actually, hindi mo siya, pwedeng upuan lang ng isa. Especially kapag you are conforming in a particular set of belief and system. Kasi it really shatter some barrier dun sa mga system na na-build mo na.
Yes,
It questions a lot of things.
We actually talked about nadaanan lang natin ng konti yung mga construct. But I think it's for a different episode. Yeah, okay. Guys, sit with yourself, okay? Okay, so now let's talk about your identity as an athlete. Okay? Yung Cordillera Odyssey na bike edition that you did with JP Alipio.
Actually, nag-start yun last year pa yung project na yun eh. Parang, si Sir JP, siya yung founder ng CCT or Cordillera Cordillera Conservation Trust. So, it's a non-government organization na nag-create ng mga projects for conservation sa entire Cordillera. So, yun, parang in-invite niya ako, let's do this project na, i-traverse natin yung Cordillera starting from Baguio. So, start from Baguio to somewhere north. Yun, dun lang siya nag-start. Then, Sir JP being Sir JP, he is connected with other people and he's also a National Geographic explorer. He really wants to document it the usual way, parang how he does his own expeditions. He's also the one who first traversed the CGT o Cordillera. Siya yung unang nag-traverse nun. Tapos sumunod lang ako nung 2015. Pero magkaiba kami ng way. So this time parang niyaya niya ako na okay, let's do this on a bike. So i-form a team, tapos we together with Paco Guerrero and JC Valencia. Ayun yung crew, film crew. So we covered this expedition.
Yeah.
We film it. So we start in Baguio up to Pagudpod. We take the route, yung not usual route, almost back road, yung usual na dinadaanan namin when we are in our hiking days. So we go to secluded area like Dango, part of Benguet. We traverse to Ifugao up to Pagudpod. So basically it's a 10-day bike expedition. We cover 600 plus kilometers for the 10-day, and those 10 days are continuous days. Like we face rainfall, sobrang init, tas mga mountain pass kasi yung mga roads sa Cordillera matataas talaga siya. Like imagine 2,000 meter height ng road. Yung Tagaytay is just 600. Malamig na yon. And alam mo kung paano pumunta doon. Pataas talaga siya. So just imagine yung mga mountain pass.
Yeah.
It's a 2,000 meter, above 2,000 meter pass. Parang alpine, na siya, alpine tree line. So yung technicality, parang it adds on yung element ng elevation. Kasi, Cordillera is not a flat land.
Yes.
It's a mountain range.
Yes.
It's one of the largest mountain range in the Philippines, second to Sierra Madre.
Yeah.
So parang traversing that is really challenging, at the same time it's more on para siyang a journey within yourself. Kasi you're confronting this, with the challenges. Actually, napag-usapan nga namin ni Nadine yan kanina, yung challenges sa ganon, paano mo hinahandle.
Yeah.
Yung,
I think yun nga yung gusto ko itanong, like, what's the intention of documenting, and first, what is the intention of doing these kinds of projects?
First, yung intention namin is to just revisit yung route as much as possible doon sa kung ano yung original route nung Cordillera Traverse na ginawa niya and with yung ginawa ko para makita kung ano yung change, ano yung nag-change sa landscape. Like yung changes sa road, yung farm to market road, ano yung impact niya sa nature itself. Ano yung challenge.
So you're documenting that para i-update din ang someone in the government just to...
Actually, it's hindi directly doon, but ang isa sa intention is to, showcase the Cordillera. And at the same time, para makita ng like-minded people, like outdoor people. And especially, siyempre, of course, we want to share that to general sa public na makita yung ano yung ganda ng Cordillera. Ano yung meron tayo na, like, for example, when we're going to tourist destination, lagi nating sinasabi na parang Switzerland, no? Pero nasa Pilipinas ka. Bakit hindi natin bakit hindi natin isipin na ang ganda ng Pilipinas, hindi yung parang Switzerland or parang Taiwan, di ba? Parang when we appreciate our own in our own nature, parang we compare it yung ganda sa iba. It's good na na equal yun. Pero parang mas maganda na ang ganda ng Pilipinas. Oh my God. Like, I love Philippines.
Pero talking about the challenges.
Yung challenges.
Parang if you're doing those kinds of projects, as you came across mga ganong challenges, how does that help you after? And also, yung mga sa daily life situation mo, ganon.
Actually, yung challenges kasi like sa endurance sports itself, siya, I call this simulated stress. Or parang you create this this kind of expedition, and of course you need to overcome or endure the challenges around it, 'di ba? Yung challenges na yon, challenge your mental fortitude, physical, and spiritual on some level, on some sort. Parang it challenge you to, step parang beyond doon sa kung ano yung tingin mong kaya mo as a being. Parang yung limitations, you're pushing yung threshold. Lagi ka na doon sa threshold ng limitation. What it does kapag ginagawa mo siya, or hindi kailangan yung hindi kailangan yung expedition na ganun kahaba. Ginagawa mo siya, like for example, exercise. Yung mga challenges mo sa life, parang gumagaan siya.
Nagiging madali. Mas madali.
Mas nagiging madali kasi meron kang mental resiliency. Sa ganong ganong challenges. So, imagine kung yung daily exercises shape a person to become a better. What more yung bigger expeditions, like 10-day. Imagine 10-day you're cycling every day. Yung fatigue from first day, hindi yung pa nare-recover, i-carry mo yun sa second day, and you're gonna move forward to third day, and just thinking na hindi ka pa malapit sa 10th day. It's really change you as a better person in ways
pahinga nyo?
Well, natutulog naman kami every day. Minsan, actually, the good thing with our expedition, hindi siya ganun ka, time constraint na, okay, dapat sagarin natin yung buong day na to.
Yeah.
Parang, we bike and explore, biking slow. Hindi about speed. It's more on how to really travel slow into that landscape and really witness yung Actually, nung nagbabike nga kami ni Sir JP, parang we're talking about the smell of the surroundings. Ano yung naamoy namin, or ano yung itsura ng landscape. Ano yung itsura na ito before. Yung kung paano namin siya dinaan. May mga experience kami na dinaanan namin yung road. Cemented road, wide and clear na siya. Pero back then, dinaanan namin yun na maliit lang. Tapos may canopy pa ng trees. Tapos yung smell so different.
Ulit now? Going back to nature ulit.
Yun yung it grounds you. Kasi you're using your senses. Yun yung parang na-discuss ko to before sa'yo. Yung grounding, using your senses. Ano yung naamoy mo? It grounds you to be here. Kasi sometimes we're talking about certain things, or we're engaging with other people, but our head is tap into another place. Like, ano yung gagawin ko mamaya? Meron pa ba akong oras para dito or whatsoever? So, we lose connection doon sa engagement natin. You get me?
Yes.
So, parang yung ganong modes of travel really grounds you, and at the same time, expand you as a being when it comes to resiliency.
Yes.
Yun.
That's good. Kasi pero I can't imagine myself parang doing that. But at the same time, like, I know the benefits of it. Like, yun nga, resiliency, ganyan. Also, but, di ba may iba't ibang kinds of, projects like that? But, mostly nature ba siya ginagawa? With nature siya ginagawa?
Kami, we choose. We choose with, to do it in a particular landscape.
Yeah.
Some people do the road. They run, parang, merong ang pangalan nito. Camino Ken ba yun? Familiar ka dun? Yung ginagawa na,
parang I've heard, pero not
mental
really.
Sa Bali. Tayo sa Bali. Parang mental resiliency program na
yung kaila Ellen Adarna.
They walk 100 kilometers road. Ganun. Parang yun, ginagawa nila yan. For what? To expand yung consciousness and yung resiliency.
Yeah.
And to really, go within. Kasi doing it, you're mostly alone with yourself. It arises the self-doubt. It arises the discomfort, and yung discomfort na challenge your mind. Magre-rest ka na ba? Papahinga ka na ba? Are you gonna push this? Alam mo ikaw, ano yung challenges mo working out in a day? 'Di ba may mga challenges yung paggising, parang mas masarap tong ginagawa kong matulog na lang. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
So yung challenges na yon, ginagawa mo siya para what? Para i-move yung body mo. And what really happens when you're moving your body? you're self-regulating your organs, your lymphatic system, everything, every organs inside of you as a being operates on a most efficient way and it detoxifies you. Yung movement itself not just really helping you mentally but really detoxifying you and healing you on a certain level.
Yeah.
So that's why movement is so related or embedded dun sa life ko kasi as a being na nag-jump into sport, into healing spaces, tas going back to sport. Parang now I'm integrating this too. Like I don't want people around na maging dependent dun sa mga modalities na mga healing modalities. On some level, it's not an end game. Yung modalities na yun will help you to jumpstart kung saan ka nagmumula. And for you to sustain that, you need to take a road to find a healthy approach in life. And that requires not just being mentally healthy, but it also physically healthy and energetically healthy. And para ma-sustain mo kung ano man yung ginawa mo sa isang healing modality, you need to take it seriously, those area. Yung ano ba yung kino-consume ko. Yun yung sinasabi ko kanina na para siyang triad. Yung health parang triad siya. Dapat tingnan natin siya na triad o trifecta. Mentally sound ka, physically sound ka, and energetically sound ka. Energetically meaning yung usage natin ng energy, how we use it into interact with other people, how we invest it in our career. Yun yung energy space. Yung physically, how we move our body, how we, gaano tayo kalakas. Kasi yung demand ng life, equally dapat siya sa strength ng body natin, right? Kasi the more na mas may energy ka, mas marami ka na-accomplish, right?
Yes.
So yung work o yung goals mo in a year, kaya mong i-achieve yung 3-year goal mo in a year, right? So mas na utilize mo.
Okay.
Mas na-utilize mo yung life mo if you have a good relationship with those area.
Yeah. And I think super important niya kasi mahirap gumalaw.
Yes.
I mean,
Actually.
yung ko, parang I don't know if you have seen it, yung video na ginawa ko na parang every morning yung hirap bumangon, naantok ako. Pero I know na after kasi, yung rewards kasi nun after I go to the gym, super helpful siya for me. And I know how it plays a huge role in my mental health as well. Kaya nga, I highly speak about movement, maybe not in the gym, but simple, walking lang, ganyan. Yeah, and going back to the conversation that we had nung first episode natin of how it, if triggers certain hormones in you that, makes you feel good. Ganon. Okay, what you do kasi, like for example, yung ginawa nyong expedition, di ba? Parang it's extreme.
Yeah.
Extreme yun, di ba? So, how about for those people na parang they don't want to go extreme yet, pero they want to start moving their body for their mental health?
Actually, sinabi mo na siya eh. Yung simply walking. Like before, sinabi ko na rin sa ito na yung simply walking every day and transforming it into exercising using your body weight. Then from them, it evolves. Kanina sabi mo, alam mo yung effect niya after. Actually, you're touching the surface of the effect of moving your body. Yung effect niya na na-experience mo, in a day nga lang eh. What if maging consistent ka? Hindi ka gigising na parang gusto mo uling matulog. So kaya yun yung powerful benefit na when you're consistent with your work, you're constantly expanding your energies. Sometimes hindi ka na makatulog kasi sobrang taas ang energy mo. Tapos paggising mo, hindi ka lethargic. Okay? Kasi self-regulated ka. Parang doon mo makikita na healthy yung relationship mo with your body kapag paggising mo, hindi mo kailangang gumawa ng kahit na anong orasyon para mag-ready sa life.
Oh, kasi yun na yung
Ah.
na-build mo na. I remember, it starts with the intention.
Yes.
And then,
Yes.
second nature, tama ba? And then it becomes you.
First, it starts with intention, then action,
Action.
then patterns. It becomes a second nature, and eventually, it becomes who you are.
Yeah, it becomes your
So,
default.
It becomes your default.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, when it becomes your default, you build the body, the strong body that can stand with any task ahead of you.
That's why it's important to build habits.
Yes.
Kasi you're expanding
Energy.
your capacity.
Yes, your battery.
Yeah, your capacity for potential stress or unexpected events.
Yeah.
Mga ganon. Okay, sige. Yeah, anything na announcement dun sa documentary ninyo?
Wala pa akong may announce ngayon, but they can follow the Cordillera Odyssey, Cordillera.Odyssey sa IG. So we post images and short captions for stories doon sa kung anong ginawa namin. But we're building something with it naman.
Okay, sige. So announcement na lang yan sa social media pages
Social
mo.
media, yes.
Koy Gray,
Koy Gray.
Instagram and
You can
Facebook.
follow me on Koy Gray sa Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
So, pero mas active ako sa Instagram.
Okay, I see. Something to think about our conversation again. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Again, if you want to talk about certain topics about mental health, reach out to us across different social media platforms and join our group on Facebook, Mental Health Ka Dyan. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye!
Mental health ka dyan.